Known as Johnny Ironside, his life was a saga of courage, discipline, and tragedy. This is the story of Nigeria's first military ruler. Born in Aguiyi-Ironsi on March 3, 1924, Johnson Thomas Aguiyi-Ironsi faced hardship early. Orphaned as a boy, he found a new home with his sister Anyama and her husband, Theophilus Johnson, a Sierra Leonean diplomat. Inspired by his disciplined foster father, young Johnson adopted his name and a burning ambition. In 1942, at just 18, he defied his sister's wishes and enlisted in the Nigerian Regiment during World War II. As a private in the 7th Battalion, he fought in Burma against Japanese forces, showing early signs of bravery. By 1946, his leadership earned him a rare honor, officer training at Britain's prestigious Eton Hall and Staff College in Camberley. Commissioned as a second lieutenant in 1949, he rose swiftly. By 1953, he was a captain, serving as adjutant in Australia. In 1956, as aide-de-camp to Nigeria's Governor-General, he escorted Queen Elizabeth II during her visit, earning the Member of the Royal Victorian Order for his charm and poise. The Queen herself noted his iron discipline, but it was in Kaduna, commanding the 3rd Battalion, that he earned his nickname, Johnny Ironside, a nod to his unyielding resolve, and as a British World War II veteran. Independence in 1960 thrust Nigeria and Aguiyi-Ironsi onto the world stage. As a lieutenant colonel, he led Nigerian troops in the UN operation in the Congo, a brutal civil war tearing the nation apart. One story stands out. In Katanga, facing an angry mob holding UN hostages, Aguiyi-Ironsi walked forward alone, clutching his swagger stick-a-stuffed crocodile, nicknamed Charlie. Legend said it made him bulletproof, tied to his Igbo name Agui, meaning crocodile. The mob surrendered and hostages were freed. His courage earned him global praise. By 1964, promoted to brigadier, he became the UN force commander, leading 20,000 troops. Awarded the Member of the Order of the British Empire in 1962, he returned home a hero. In 1965, at just 41, he became Nigeria's first indigenous general officer commanding, leading the entire Nigerian army. But Nigeria was fracturing. Ethnic tensions and political corruption simmered. Aguiyi-Ironsi loathed the politicization of his army. Once groaning, "I asked for soldiers and I'm being given politicians-dressed uniforms." On January 15, 1966, Nigeria's first republic collapsed. A coup led by Majors Chukwuma Ziagu and Emmanuel Ifeanyi ended the lives of Prime Minister Balewa, Northern Premier Ahmadu Bello, and Western Premier Akintola. The plotters, mostly Igbo, targeted corruption but spared many Igbo leaders, fueling ethnic suspicions. Aguiyi-Ironsi was marked for death but outsmarted the rebels. Rallying loyal troops, he crushed the coup and arrested the plotters. As the senior surviving officer, he took power on January 16, 1966, becoming Nigeria's first military ruler. His 194-day rule aimed to unify Nigeria, but his decrees, especially Decree 34, which centralized power, were seen by Northerners as Igbo domination. Riots erupted and ethnic rifts deepened. One story captures his misstep. Northern reformer Aminu Kano pleaded for reforms to ease tensions, but Aguiyi-Ironsi dismissed him curtly. That choice, some say, sealed his fate. On July 29, 1966, while visiting Ibadan, Aguiyi-Ironsi and his host, Governor Adekunle Fajuyi, were betrayed. Northern officers, led by Majors Murtala Mohammed and Theophilus Danjuma, staged a counter-coup. The two men were abducted, beaten, stripped, and executed in a forest near Lalapan. Their bodies, riddled with bullets, were dumped in a shallow pit. Recovered months later, Aguiyi-Ironsi was buried with honors in Umuahia. The coup sparked anti-Igbo pogroms and led to the Biafran War, a conflict that tore Nigeria apart. Aguiyi-Ironsi's legacy is complex. A patriot who dreamed of unity, he was undone by Nigeria's divisions. Streets and tunnels bear his name, and his story lives on a soldier, a leader, a legend called Ironside. What do you think of Ironside's legacy? Share your thoughts below, and subscribe for more stories of history's unsung heroes. Don't forget to like, comment, and hit that bell icon to stay updated. Was Aguiyi-Ironsi a hero, a victim, or both? See you in the next video.